The greatest thing that Sunnydale taught me to prepare me for my future was perseverance.
Coachability.
To grow. Their love for the mission.
Gives a good example.
It's okay to stand up for what you believe.
Hi, my name is Anna Corden, and I graduated in 2008 from Sunnydale Academy. Right now I'm currently living in Kansas City. I work as a nurse at Shawnee Mission Medical Center. There's a lot of refugees in the neighborhoods that I live in, and right now I'm working with the Nepali community from Nepal. Sunnydale impacted my life in many ways. I remember the faculty who spent so much time with me and also really took time to care and to be intentional of saying, God can use you. Go and be a part of service. You can do this, and talking about what I wanted to do in the future. What I am so thankful for is that Sunnydale gave me an opportunity to go on a mission trip to India. When I went on that mission trip in Sunnydale my senior year, I knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that I wanted to be a part of mission work. Now, working here in Kansas City with people who have lived from all over the world and refugees from all over the world, I can remember what it was like going to India with Sunnydale, going out to the villages, and that when I went there I could see what people's lives are there and what they experience there and the culture shock that they have when they come here to the U.S. You can go and get education at many different schools, but what I appreciate about Sunnydale and why I want other people to go to Sunnydale is because it provides an opportunity to put God at the focus of your life and to put Him at the center. And once you say yes to Jesus, it gives you another opportunity to say yes to Jesus again. And when you say yes to Jesus again, you tend to say yes to Jesus again. And for me, Sunnydale was a crucial step in my walk with God and in my walk with learning more about mission work and wanting to be a part of that in my life.
My name's Denison Sager, and I'm the youth director for the Iowa-Missouri Conference of Seventh-day Adventists. That also means part of my job is camp director at Camp Heritage. I was in education for 17 years, and then now I've been here for 8 years more. And as I think back to my experience at Sunnydale, there were so many things that helped prepare me for now. You know, Bible study, how important that is. The lessons I learned from just watching staff who love the Lord, and for me to follow in their footsteps was so awesome. I look at the tradition now that's coming up at Sunnydale, and you can look back and see mission has been so important, and outreach and being of service to those around us. I think that's where Sunnydale had a humongous influence on my life and prepared me for a life of service now.
My name is Philippe Bengal, and I'm from Nepal. And recently I'm volunteering here in Iowa, Missouri Conference for the Nepalese refugees group. It was in the year of 2013 when I first got the opportunity to translate for the students that came to Nepal for the mission trip. And you know, it was a huge blessing for me to be able to work with them, because you know, they went to the remote village where there were no Christians at all of them were Hindus. To be in a different country with a different culture and different language and trying to preach the gospel, and many people were against them, and just watching them, I personally got really inspired. So that really sent me a message and gave me more conviction for me to work for the God's cause. And now I'm here in Iowa Missouri Conference, now in the Kansas City, and I'm working with the Nepalese group, and I'm doing what I love the most, you know, the mission trip. And I look back and I thank the Lord for all those students that came to Nepal, and they taught me in some way that the mission, it really matters.
My name is Clyde Olson. I was graduated in '57 from Sunnydale, and our son and daughter both graduated from Sunnydale. 2 granddaughters and a grandson has graduated from Sunnydale, and we're pretty proud of the results of that. My hobby is woodworking. I've done woodworking practically base part of my life, I guess. I do remember that the maintenance man that we had my first and second year was there. I felt like he taught me a lot. He was also our woodworking teacher my first year. That year I made a end table, and we still have it. I've enjoyed the challenges with what they've given me at Sunnydale to help out. I did the map for Sunnydale's mission trip, and it hangs in the ad building. First thing you see when you come up the steps our experience and what Sunnydale's done for other students and what they're doing now, I would really recommend Sunnydale.
I'm Pastor Colby Beam, and I am an alumnus of Sunnydale Adventist Academy. If someone to tell me that I would be a pastor, many years ago, I probably would have, laughed at them. It all started when I went on a mission trip through Sunnydale to Tanzania, Africa. What I was doing there was I was preaching, and we were also building one-day schools and also a church. We had originally had an Adventist translator, but unfortunately that fell through, so we had to get another translator who wasn't Christian. While I was preaching, to the community that was there, I also ended up preaching to my translator. Once we had started, making appeals for baptism, my translator, he came up to me and was like, "Hey, brother, I want to be a Christian." Through that, because I was able to see what God was using through me, I was able to understand that He was calling me to be a pastor at that time. If it wasn't actually for Sunnydale, I would not be in the position that I am in today. It actually pointed me to Christ.
The need for student financial assistance funds at Sunnydale continues on. The participation in the current Student Financial Scholarship campaign by Sunnydale alumni and friends has been amazing. Thank you for your gifts. If you've not yet taken the opportunity to give a gift to a Sunnydale student, I invite you to do so in the near future. Your gifts make it possible for Sunnydale to influence the maximum number of students for Christ.